guys, I'm Jess here from Move Ed. Today I'm going to show you how to do a PFJ or a knee support with some K-tape. Now there's a few things I want to preface. When using K-tape, I don't want you to ever think it's going to be giving you stability. This is about proprioceptive for the athlete and also just giving them like a bit of comfort or a bit of extra awareness knowing where their knee or joint is in space. So for this type of tape here, we've got a long bit, a medium bit, and then a short bit. Now you can see here I've poorly rounded these corners like so. What you can do is pour them all together. And so what I'm doing whenever I'm using K-tape is I'm just shaving off the corners. I like them to be nice and neat and about the same type of curvature. That's just so that then when the athlete's playing, the tape's not going to roll off the skin, especially if there's any form of contact. Now this tape here is heat activated tape, so it will stick better once you've started to warm it up. So knowing that, it sticks better to a player's skin than the tape itself. So know that's another little bit when you're working with K-tape. Also too, know that most K-tapes are latex free, but always just double check if the athlete is allergic to it. Just double check because it's not always necessarily latex free or hypoallergenic. Now when we're using this, I'm getting Joe just to be nice and relaxed so his leg's kind of hanging in space and he doesn't have a lot of muscle activity around his knee joint. The first type of tape, when using K-tape here, you can just tear the tape like so. And the first couple of centimeters, so probably about this much, I'm looking maybe 3 to 5 centimeters, I'm just laying it down. So there's no stretch at all. And this will mean that then it's not going to sneak off Joe's skin later on. So here, I'm finding Joe's tibial tuberosity. I'm coming onto an angle, and like I said here, this is still well protected. Joe's got some nice covering here across his knee, so this tape might not stick as well as if something like you've just got skin to skin contact. But knowing that, I want to really push down and make sure that tape there is stuck and my hand temperature is heating up the tape, so that then that glue is going to really stay solid. Now here, I'm coming across the edge of the patella and I'm coming up here and I'm wanting to kind of get as much tape surface on VMO as possible. Again, the more surface area this tape covers, then the more the athlete's going to feel that sense of comfort. So here, I'm coming up around the patella. I've got a massive amount of stretch on here. You'll see some of the rock tape, K-tape stuff, they'll talk about 50% stretch, 30% stretch. I just like to give it a bit. And then I'm coming all the way up directly here. Now with K-tape, you can choose your own adventure. So you can create a really oblique angle, or you can come right up to VMO and Joe's quadriceps if you want more like quad type of coverage. So that's our first type of tape. Now I've covered kind of 50% of the patella. Some athletes love this, some athletes hate it. So you can just change, like I said, your obliqueness depending on what your athlete in front of you would like. Now, again, you just saw me tear that tape off here. I'm coming on the other edge of the tibial tuberosity. I'm laying that down. And before I start to give any form of tension, I really want to make sure that's really, really solid. I'm coming up, around, and here. This is when I kind of want to have that kind of thought that I'm trying to give a little bit more lateral to medial glide. But Joe's, let's say, 75 kilos dripping wet, that type of force going through this knee is going to be this tape is going to be quite minimal in terms of like structural support. So again, we're aiming for more proprioceptive support here. So that's why I've got a massive amount of tension here. I'm laying it on. And then a lot of athletes like just around that patella tendon, I'm coming lateral. Again, I'm just laying that first part of the tape on, and then I'm medially pulling right around. Now, a lot of the taping demos will just say go straight around, but a lot of athletes will really like more medial support. So I like just to come up and I'm getting more coverage of VMO. So I'm thinking that I'm giving more proprioception to that medial aspect, especially if Joe's coming back from an ACL injury and he's a bit nervous about running. He's still going to be sagittal, but he's still nervous about that pivot shift position. That's where I might get him into that position there. Now to check if your tape's done, like the tension of the tape, Joe's going to stand up. What you want to see is a really wrinkly patella, and I look at that and I'm like, that is a really nice taping technique. So when Joe gets into that bent knee position, Great. He's got tension and feedback from the tape so that he knows when he's changing direction that that's what type of position his body's in. Cool. Good luck with your K taping.